Okay, my radio friends, welcome back. I just spent the last 10 minutes or so doing a video, and then I decided I was just going to redo it because I didn't like the way my webcam was focusing or not focusing, so I'm using a different camera. But anyway, gosh, I've just been so busy, and lately had a couple different radios up on my desk, kind of fiddling around with antennas, which I think has been a total waste of time. And I just felt the desire to pull out one of my favorites, and this is the Superadio original, and I also have a Superadio 2, and I love them both. And I use these radios quite a bit, and one of the things I like about, well, there's a lot I like about them. Their AM reception is terrific, being the first and foremost, but I just love the way it sounds. It's just a great sounding radio, and it has no frills on it whatsoever. There's no, it's all analog. There's not even a dial light. It's just on and off and tune, some tone controls, and so it's just kind of pure radio listening without all the distractions. So tonight is it's going on about 10 o'clock on the East Coast in New Jersey, and it's one of the reasons why medium wave is an interest of mine is just there's just so much to listen to. There's lots of things to listen to that are interesting, and some interesting medium wave DX stations, which are kind of fun to grab, and it's just kind of part of the hobby. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a little Bandscan tonight. Now down below 600, it's a little spotty. I'm just going to start here around 590 or something like that. So there's an identifiable station in there, a couple. I'm not going to pause at any of these for any great length. It's really kind of muddy until you get up to there's 650 WSM in Nashville. That's kind of by far when it starts, you get some good signals coming after 650. Next one is WFAN.
Back of the rim, no good. Allen the rebound for Brooklyn. Had an advantage. Dinwiddie was down. It was a power play for the Spurs. Couldn't convert.
I gotta get my cheat sheet, which is up above the radio, because I'll start forgetting what I'm listening to. So this is 660 WFAN. This is WSCR in Chicago. You kind of hear that there in the background. I just heard them identify it. So that's 670. I was hearing WRKO out of Boston earlier, but I'm not hearing it now.
Most upscale mall.
You can expect to see uniformed police officers checking IDs at Kenwood Mall during the day.
We're up at 700 now, so I kind of skipped 680 and 690. This is WLW in Cincinnati, 700.
And the curfew is meant to curb any disruptive behavior during
and the next one will be WOR.
Major difference for yourself.
Clear as a bell.
Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping.
Made by Ehlers, by Hellebuck, the other way come the Jets. Pretty Doc goes down.
I believe that's WGN in Chicago. 720.
gotta try to pawn the stuff sometime, unless they're gonna give diamond rings for Christmas presents. They haven't tried the pawn shop yet, Skippy.
But what we know is that we cannot go on with these endless wars.
It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop soon, you understand?
Stay right on top of
I'm not sure what that is.
For 2 weeks,
I
I've
think
had
it's
half a dozen calling me every day.
370.
Some of them figure they should get extra
I'm sorry,
treatment.
370. 7:30.
I'm trying to explain that to some of
My
them.
mind is
I think
going.
you're in on the racket.
And the folks that I served with deserve that. They deserve the clarity of members of Congress.
Seasonable readings with highs in the mid-30s. Milder this weekend, partly cloudy both days, mid-40s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ken Boone. News Talk 760 WJR.
Okay. I was waiting around for. I just skipped over a couple of channels there. So WJR,
News Talk 760 WJR.
that's Detroit. That's not bad.
Every Detroit Lions game is here.
And I'm just going to go back down.
Have to take that tough up or down
I think this is WSB in Atlanta.
Moving to health care, an issue that voters tell us every day is still the #1 priority for them. Senator Sanders, you've spent plenty
So
of time
I am, by the way, I'm using this loop antenna
Republicans retain control of the
to
U.S. Senate.
transfer a
So
signal
even
from
if
my
Democrats take back a narrow Senate
outdoor
majority,
antenna
your plan is constituted
inside.
and would not
So
have the votes to
that's
pass
the only
Congress.
way I could listen
So
to
the
any of these.
question, Senator, is,
So
Congress
you can
rejects
see
your
here,
plan,
I went
and the
from,
American people are
you know,
looking to
just
you
that
for
far in the
leadership on
dial.
this issue. Are there
And there was a lot to listen to. Gosh, let's see. In there I had Nashville, Chicago, New York, Boston, Cincinnati, another New York, another Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit. So that's a pretty good sampling.
When 30,000 people are dying each year.
That's a pretty decent sampling of signals coming through. Now, there'll still be another probably that much of a stretch up here where I'll start getting some good, continue to get some good, strong stations from around the country, including some ones that maybe would be unexpected. And then, of course, when you get up to closer to 11, well, let's see, certainly above 1200, it gets really, there's not much up here that's listenable at night. And at least in my location, not much at the bottom of the band, but a good swath in the middle of the band is usually pretty good. Just listening to Bernie here. So, yeah, so thanks for sharing a little bit of this evening, this cold evening with me. I hope it hasn't been too tedious. And we'll see you next time.
And what Senator Sanders is talking about here is he being realistic.